Today's faction is three creepy true deep web audio service by Nighttime Spooks. Like, link to the video will be the description below. Go and check it out. So let's get into this faction in 3, 2, 1.
I've been on the deep web many times before, but the creepiest thing that ever happened to me took place about a year ago. One night, I was especially bored, and I was in a chat room where a user sent me a link to a game. He said it was a sort of code-breaking game, and I had heard about some of those in the past, and I wanted to know what they were like. When I got the link, I clicked on it, and it led me to an all-black screen with yellow letters that said Begin. I clicked it, and nothing happened for quite some time. There was just text on the screen that said, Wait. It took a few minutes, but finally the game started. Things started out relatively normal. There was a few sort of codes that were easy to figure out, and suddenly the game seemed to stop.
What?
The screen just went black, and it was a little strange, but I moved on at that point. I got off my computer and went to do other stuff. 2 days went by, and I got a random letter in the mail. I opened it up to see a blank white piece of paper folded up.
What?
When I unfolded it, it revealed a web address. I went on my browser that I used to access the deep web, and I typed in the address. I realized that it seemed to be a continuation of the game that I had been playing. It had a button on it which I clicked. Then it started playing a video. It was a surveillance video of some kind. The more I watched it, the more I could tell it was a Walmart. The video followed someone walking into the store eventually. It was security camera footage, so the quality wasn't the greatest, but after about 5 seconds, I realized the person it was showing was myself. I had been to the store the day before, and the video followed me throughout the store, and even showed me checking out and leaving. It then changed to a gas station security camera, the gas station that I had also been to the day before. It showed me getting gas and once again leaving. The video then ended, and after that the web page went all black. Text then appeared on the screen saying, Level 2, and then an option to begin. I didn't have any interest in playing this game any longer, and I exited out of my web browser. I was pretty creeped out, but I knew the dangers of the deep web, and that these sort of things could be done, so after that I decided to stay away from it for a while. I do sometimes wonder, though, what Level 2 was.
Level 2. Only levels. Oh no. 72.
This story takes place a few years ago when I was in high school. I was about 15 at the time and was home with my older brother who was a senior in high school. It was a rainy night and our parents were both gone. We were sort of bored and had always been a little curious about the deep web, so we decided to go on it and give it a try. My brother said he knew how to access it, and we used an old computer in the basement because we were afraid of potentially getting hacked or something. Still, we were very curious, so after my brother was able to get into the deep web, we searched around some random stuff before finding a chat room. We talked a little bit in the chat room to some people, and before long, we were sent a link by a user with no context. I warned my brother not to click the link, but he did anyways.
What the?
As soon as it was clicked, the computer locked up. Then the screen went all black. It caused the whole room to go pitch black, as we had all the lights off in the basement. I could only hear rain falling from outside. We thought the link had crashed the computer, and maybe even broke it. I figured it was some sort of prank by the user. My brother tried pressing several keys, and even moving the mouse around, but nothing happened. We decided to leave the basement and went back upstairs, thinking we had broken the old computer. We discussed what to do for a couple minutes, and then went back downstairs. But when we entered the room that the computer was in, we froze. The computer screen had what appeared to be a man in a really creepy clown mask with a black background.
What?
He was just staring into the screen and smiling. We thought it was some sort of creepy
That's
video
not creepy at all.
until the clown pointed at my brother.
What?
My brother moved farther away, and the clown continued to point at him as my brother went across the room.
This
This
is
caused
really
my heart
creepy.
to start pounding. The clown then turned and pointed at me. and then waved his finger for me to come closer to the screen. My brother then quickly ran up and covered the webcam that we had on our computer. Then he yelled at me to turn off the computer. I ran up and pressed the power button, but the clown stayed on the screen. Nothing was happening.
What?
I then went to the wall and unplugged the whole power strip from the wall outlet, and the computer finally turned off. We both had to take a minute or two to catch our breath. We left the old computer in the basement unplugged for a few days, but afterwards it seemed to work just fine.
Wow, that's a little spooky. Seriously.
When I was a little younger, I had just gotten my own place for the first time, and I went on
Wow.
the deep web for the first time as well.
Oh no,
I
Neko.
had heard about it for a long time when I was a kid, and I guess my curiosity eventually got the better of me. When I went on, I searched for games because I wanted to know the kind of games that were on the deep web. I've always been a bit of a gamer. I explored many different websites, just kind of browsing
We are
around.
all a little gamer.
They had a lot of pretty normal types of games, and then a few weird ones as well. Over the next week or so, I explored the deep web and played around with a few games. Then one day, I came across this really weird-looking game that was sent to me in one of the gaming forums I went on.
What?
I clicked on the game, and I saw that the graphics were sort of crude and looked like the 3D graphics from an early 90s video game.
From early
I
90s
decided to play the
video
game.
game. What?
And when it started, I was a character in a house. I walked around the house for a little bit and realized that the house in the game looked exactly like my house in real life.
What the?
Obviously, the graphics weren't the best, but it was blowing my mind how accurate it was.
Yeah,
Things from tables
people
and
on
chairs
my
to
mind
where
too.
my TV and couch were was completely accurate.
What?
I was getting really creeped out the more I walked around
I'm
the
getting,
house in
I'm
the
getting
game.
creeped out
I
too.
didn't know how this was possible for anyone to know all this information.
Yeah.
Then out of nowhere in the game, I saw another user come in. It was someone wearing all black and a ski mask, and they were in my house.
What?
I started to run away from them in the game, and then it started to glitch out really bad. The game ended up freezing up and then crashing about a minute later. The experience was enough for me to want to be done with the deep web. I ended up deleting the browser I used to go on it after that. A couple of days later, though, I woke up in the middle of the night to a notification on my phone. It was my doorbell security camera detecting activity at the front door.
What?
I nervously clicked on it to see what it could be, hoping for nothing. But when I clicked it, I saw a man dressed in all black and a ski mask walking up to the front door.
What the? That's like,
He
that's
just
like
stood
in
there
the
for a
game.
little while and looked into the camera. He then waved slowly and turned around and walked away.
That's
I kept
a
watching, but he didn't
suspicious.
return. I stayed up the rest of the night, and since that incident, I haven't had any interest in going back on the deep web.
Probably too, yeah. Wow. Wow. That was wow. There was cool and creepy all in that some video. That's why I never go to the deep web. Yeah. Wow. There was 3 creepy 2 deep web audio series by Night Time Spooks. The link to the video will be in the description below. Go and check them out. And drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reactions like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell to be notified when I upload. And